Hello lovelies, welcome to Night Free Formula. My name's Freedom, thank you for joining me. Today's episode is all about why do narcissists cheat. But before I start today's episode, can I just remind you, if you like the videos, please remember to like them, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell notification so you don't miss any upcoming episodes. Like I always say, don't be that person who just watches and doesn't press the like button. Alright lovelies, let's get down to it. So, why do narcissists cheat? This video is in response to a question that one of my viewers and clients had, and she was kind of wondering about, whether or not she had done something wrong, or whether, there was something she wasn't doing, that she somehow thought that maybe it was her fault that the narcissist had strayed. I'm here to say to her and to you that if that is the particular case, so if you're in a situation similar to hers where you've been cheated on and you think that it's because you did something or you didn't do something, I just want to tell you that that really isn't the case at all. With the narcissist, their sexuality and their whole agenda it's different from us. It really, really is. So most of our kind of attitudes and beliefs around human relations and sexuality and all that kind of stuff are actually formed in childhood. And with the narcissist, their sexuality is often linked in their mind to either some kind of traumatic event or some kind of kind of taboo topic, or for example, just say they got caught masturbating, or they used to have to hide masturbating when they were little, when they were younger, so they associate masturbating with rushing and hiding an adrenaline rush, because they might get caught. So what happens is they get older, because they kind of replay this stuff so often in their head, they kind of hardwire that into their brains. And so after a while, they're not really looking for sex that's just relaxed and calm. They're looking for the sex that they're feeling that they're going to be caught out. They're rushing it, they're sneaking around, they're having affairs. So they kind of link those two things, into what would be otherwise normal, healthy sexuality. They make it into a taboo topic, a topic where, unless they're, like I said, feeling under pressure, feeling anxious, got the adrenaline pumping, whether it's that, or, if they're, I don't know if what they're doing is particularly taboo, so maybe they are, a heterosexual man who's just happens to be having sex with a gay man. I mean, all of that stuff fuels the narcissist. It fuels the adrenaline. It makes them feel, it gives them that rush that they're looking for, because they're chronically bored in life. So this kind of thing, it absolutely helps relieve the boredom. But the problem is it doesn't last for long. So I've got some notes here. So these are the things and the reasons why narcissists cheat. So I've got breaking the rules. So when you're married, you've got to understand narcissists they don't like rules. They don't like obeying rules. They think they're above the law. That's part of their whole, grandiose and special, elite kind of mentality. So therefore, it makes perfect sense why they would, risk their marriage for a bit on the side, because they get that thrill. They're breaking the rule. That it's taboo. They're not supposed to be doing it. Once again, gets the adrenaline pumping. Cheating also helps them avoid intimacy. So not only does it, not only is there a lack of intimacy in the situation where they're, whoever they're having an affair with, or having, sex with benefits, friends with benefits, or whatever their little setup is, so there's a lack of intimacy going on there, but it also, by the sheer fact they're screwing around and cheating on their significant other, that also stops them from feeling intimate with their significant other, because they're holding on to a secret. They know something that she doesn't know. And let's face it, when you're not being honest, when you're not being genuine and forthright, and and being really present in your relationship, then you can't really be intimate. So it actually serves them quite well, because intimacy is one of the things that narcs fear. Like, it's one of their big fears, because they don't want to let anyone that close. Because if they let someone that close, that person will see what's really going on with them. And that person might hold up the mirror, and then the narcissist would be forced to deal with what's going on there, And it's all just too scary. All right, so mind games, having affairs, sneaking around, cheating, all of that is just huge mind games, huge mind games. It's the whole outwit, outsmart, outplay on a daily basis. So it's like that line, and there's a line that I think it's Karma Chameleon or something. It says, you're my lover, not my rival. Yeah, Culture Club song, you're my lover, not my rival. So for the narcissist, they, like I said, they're avoiding intimacy. They don't want to feel like they are lovers with you. They actually do feel like rivals. So they enjoy this kind of one-upmanship, because they're sure that you're going to do it anyhow. Like, if you're like them, which they imagine everyone's like them, then you're going to do it too, right? So that's what they think in their mind. So it's just a case of doing it to you before you do it to them. And it doesn't matter how much you seek to prove to them your loyalty, your worthiness, your love for them. You can't. It's like an empty bucket. You cannot give the narcissist enough love to fill that bucket. It's impossible. Just an empty bucket. What I meant was a bucket with a hole in it. No matter how much you fill that bucket, it's just, you could all day, every day be filling that bucket. It's got a hole in it. It's broken. It's never going to hold all that love that you're giving it. And my apologies if you guys can hear the cows in the background. Obviously, it's been quite hot today, so we've just had a cool snap come through, so I've got the windows open. But yeah, the cows in the paddock, I don't know if they're giving birth or what the hell's going on, but Jesus, they're loud today. Alrighty. Power plays. Yeah, back with the mind games. It's like so they have this thing where they're bravo, they're they're I'm awesome veneer. Like, it's so thin, and just under that I'm awesome veneer is I'm painfully insecure, and I'm easily wounded. Right? And so because of that, you accidentally wound them 50 times in a day. You don't mean to. No one does when you love someone. You don't mean to hurt them, but you end up hurting them. And the thing is, because they're not real healthy, instead of trying to just, saying, hey, that hurts me, and having an adult conversation, what they do is they go, well, fuck you. You're going to fucking treat me like that? All right, let's, bring it on then. Bring it on. And so... and it's not a healthy way to have a relationship, obviously, so they do what they can to hurt you back. And if that means having an affair behind your back, having it just under the surface so you can, so you almost catch them out each and every time they sneak out to go and see her, that's fantastic for them, because it just reinforces to them that they've got one up on you, that they're winning, that, you think you're so smart, but look at them, they're the one that's winning. So toxic when you think about it, isn't it? All right, lovelies. So the less socially acceptable the particular act or person, the more the narc wants to kind of get in there and do it. Because they know, like, they kind of, they know right from wrong. I'm not saying there's any kind of wrong sexuality, but I think that when it comes to sneaking around behind other people's backs, that's when it adds this whole element of wrongness to it. Especially when you've committed yourself to someone. And so a lot of narcissists stay married for that actual reason, because if they aren't married, then they're not cheating on someone. And if they're not cheating on someone, they don't really enjoy the sex as much. It's sad, but it's true. I mean, it is what it is. And the thing is that, their wives and their girlfriends, you know, they think it's because they haven't done something, or, you know, they're not good enough. But the reality is it's nothing about what you've done, what you did or didn't do. You can do everything. You can do it just the way they like it. You can do it 10 times, you know, a week, and, you know, twice on Sundays and whatever. It's not, you know, it's not ever going to be enough. And the bizarre thing is that, you know, they're just, it's like I said, it's for them, love is, you know, you're not lovers, you're rivals. Just remember that. You can remember that, you can start to understand everything that they're about, you know, because they're inherently misogynistic. This is the other thing, you know, so they've got some huge mummy issues, you know, and you're the kind of substitute mum. They get to take it all out on you. All right, so yeah, so just quickly, so their sexuality, just to kind of summarize this whole thing up, you know, their sexuality and their ideas about relationships and sexuality and all that stuff is formed, molded in their kind of formative years, so like under the age of 6 roughly, and they learn to associate sex with deception, thrill, adrenaline. So purely because of that, and because they see you as a rival, as a competitor, as someone who's trying to get one up on them, someone who's trying to trick them or take advantage of them, you know, or someone who's planning to leave them, you know, because of all of that, they're just trying to get you first, you know, do it to you first. And you know, the irony of all this stuff is that, you know, it actually does affect them on some level, you know, after, you know, the wives walk away from the marriages and they get left with the one they screwed around with, you know, and they realize that the grass wasn't actually greener, and now that there is no wife to kind of betray, it's just not that much fun anymore, you know, and they start to long for what they had, but, you know, it's never coming back, and that is their loss. It is their loss. And as for us, you know, we're just going to keep on getting smarter, healing, you know, learning from all of this, and hopefully never making the same mistake again. All right, that's the main thing. You know, do it once, sure, but don't do it a second time. And on that note, actually, lovelies, if you guys want any one-on-one consultations with me, I've got a few openings available. The link is in the description box. I've got some fantastic reviews from the women that I've been working with. Actually, not just women, I do have a male client, but mainly women clients. Yeah, some fantastic reviews on my Facebook page, so that's been really nice. Yeah, so yep, there's openings there, and that's about it. Like I said, if you've got anything to say, leave it in the comments. Please also remember to share these videos. That's another thing that would help me grow the channel. Spread the good news. All right, lovelies, I hope that helps any of you who have been cheated on and are feeling heartbroken and feeling like it was something that you did or didn't do. It's so not. It's just not about you. None of this stuff is actually about you, you know. You're replaceable, interchangeable, you know. He'll do the same thing to the next one. He did the same thing to the one before you. He did the same thing to the one that's coming after her. It's just the way it is. It's just the nature of narcissistic personality disorder. You know, these people are maladapted and they're not going to change. Not for you, or not the one after, not the one that's coming after her. Okay? Alright, lovelies. Thanks for watching.